Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining on this live stream today. Sorry I'm a bit late because I had some connection problem. Actually, not a problem, but it took a bit longer than usual to connect YouTube through my software. So I'm sorry I'm a bit late, but let me start the live stream today on my YouTube channel. So I hope you're having a great weekend today. It's Sunday, so I will cover the Forex pairs and gold, WTI, and indices, and also BTC, USD, Bitcoin, and also news for this week. So let me start the live stream right now. Okay, so let me switch screen. Okay, and just as a quick disclaimer, as usual, this content on my YouTube channel is basically based on my own experience knowledge. So when you take trades, please do at your own risks. And also, since this is live, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines on the chat, that would be great. Also, please be careful for the spams in social media, because there are some fake accounts of mine using my name and spamming others, so please be careful. Okay, so let's see. Let me say hi to everyone quickly and get into the topic. Alright, so Win and Walking with Albert, thank you for joining also. TSM, thank you for joining as well. Yes, I will cover Bitcoin today. Yes, I will. And Gabby, thank you for joining as well. Arvid, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. And Ashley, thank you for joining as well. Homan and Kenley, also good to see you. All right, Rose and India Patriot, thank you for joining as well. Payson and Peter, good to see you too. All right, Alex, FX, James, Janice, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I hope everyone is having a great weekend today. All right. And let's see, Alfonso, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Yeah. Okay, and Hawal, Augustine, thank you for joining. John Hera, and On My Way, Karim, Miguel, and Dal, Philip, and Steven, and everyone, thank you for joining. Well, also good to see you. Thank you for joining. Okay, so now let me switch to the trading view and start to look at some charts today. So first, I will cover the Forex pairs on my watch list. So I basically trade from Euro, USD, all the way down to the Swiss franc JPY. So I screen these 21 pairs on my watch list. So first, let me cover these Forex pairs. I will go through based on the weekly and also the daily time frames. And then I will cover the gold, XAUUSD gold, and WTI, and indices, and also Bitcoin. So yeah, let's start. So now, Euro USD on the weekly and the daily time frames. Euro USD has been continuously bearish, so that's why I will continuously look for the selling opportunity. The market has been nicely resisted by this descending trend line on the weekly time frame. Last week was bearish, closed with a bearish candlestick, and below the Tenkan Sen on the weekly, and also daily shows it broke the support. It broke the support level here, 1.0096. So I think it goes down to the low here on the daily chart, which is 0.9950. So my view is downtrend. If you are selling it right now and holding over the weekend, you don't have to exit. You just keep holding until at least the market touches 0.9950. Or you can wait for the breakout of the support and take sell entry afterwards. So I'm sell biased on this one. So I will continuously look for the selling opportunity. That's the Euro USD. So now next one is the Euro AUD. Okay, so let me just delete all these lines for now. So yeah, Euro AUD is near support on the weekly time frame. The weekly support is here on 1.4313, and looks like this is reverse in the wave. This is becoming reverse in the wave. So my view on this one is also bearish. On the daily time frame also, it has been reversed in the wave. So it goes like this, down and up and down, broke the support on the daily, and now it's pulling back, but it was resisted by the Kijun Sen, and looks like for me this is bearish. So yeah, my view is bearish on this one. I will continuously look for the selling opportunity. But if the market gets closer and closer to the support, if it gets close to near like 30 pips or so, so right now from the price level to stop losses, we have 267 pips, which is very wide. So this is enough room to trade still to the support. But if this becomes like 30 or 40 pips near the support, then I will wait for the breakout because it may reverse. So next week, Mondays are usually my day offs. So Tuesday, Wednesday, I look for the selling edge. Otherwise, I wait for the break. So for now, I think I will just put the down arrow below the support level. So that is my view for this. So next one is the Euro Pound. Euro Pound has been ranging on both time frames. Both weekly and daily time frames are ranging because both time frames show Kumo flat. Kumos are flat. Kijun Sens are also flat, right? And Chikou spans are touching candles. But on the weekly, slightly broke, but we can't count this as breakout. This is still very close with the candles, so it's not a breakout on this one. And daily Chikou span is touching the candles, so this is now ranging confirmation. So in this case, we don't really, we can't expect which way it's going in the long term. So for me, it's no chance. I don't take trades. Also on the daily time frame, it broke the trend line. So if it was resisted and keep going down, I was planning to sell, which I mentioned last week. But since it broke against major direction, I will just delete this trend line. And I will also delete this down arrow and simply stay away from this one and focus on other more trending pairs and trending markets. Okay, so next one is a Euro JPY. Euro JPY is also not really looking good based on the weekly and the daily time frames. Weekly first shows this is down, ranging right now because Kumo is flat. Kijun Sen is also flat. But one thing is that the market was supported by the Kijun Sen 2 weeks back, so it maybe bounced and goes up. But for the market to go up, we have to confirm the neckline breakout on the daily time frame. The neckline on the daily is here. Also Senko span B level 138.41. This is neckline of this double bottom. So once neckline breakout happens, then I expect it goes up bullish by this price action, and eventually on the weekly time frame it also goes up to at least the Tenkan Sen. But even if I say this, it may take longer. It may take a couple of days or hours sometimes for this to happen, because it may range from here. It may range and then breaks the resistance, and range may continue for a couple of days, sometimes happens a couple of weeks. So yeah, to make long story short, I think this is not a good market to trade. So, but my view is bullish still. I was saying that if the market breaks resistance here, that would be buy, but that was long ago. So I think I would just delete this up arrow. I will delete also the resistance level and just wait for this minor resistance breakout. My short-term view is bullish on this way. Okay, so next one is the Euro CAD. Euro CAD is currently bearish on the weekly, and I'm still expecting to break the support of 1.2965. And we have to the support level on the daily double bottom. This is, let's see how many pips we have. This is about like 70 pips or so, 70 some pips. So if you want to trade on Monday, I think that's good. But hopefully you set the break-even line before the market reaches near the support, because it may reverse still. So I would wait for the support level breakout in this case. I wait for the support level breakout and look for the selling opportunity afterwards. So weekly is down again. Weekly time frame is down because Kumo has been nicely downtrending. Kumo shape is also looking good. It's long and thick enough for this downtrend. So yeah, I think similar thing may happen like on this range here. On this one, range breakout happened, and if you can remember here, the market has been downtrending for 1 week. Right? So once it breaks the support, I think the similar things may happen. And on that week, it was down around like a 300 pips. Near 300 pips, it went down after the break. So yeah, I think similar thing may happen at the breakout. So that will be a good trigger to sell. So that's what I'm waiting for on this one. And next one is the Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc continuously bearish on the weekly. According to my KTS strategy, Senko span B is down, A is down, Kijun Sen is down also, Tenkan Sen is also down, and Chikou span below candles on the weekly time frame, so it's bearish. On the daily time frame, it's forming like a double bottom shape here, but because weekly is down, I think the market goes bearish continuously. I wait for the breakout of the daily, which is 0.9603, and continuously looking for the selling edge. So I put down arrow below the support and look for the selling edge like this. So that's the Euro Swiss franc. So Euro Swiss franc, since it's down, I put a mark here. I put purple this time, so that I know that we know this is down on the weekly time frame. Okay, so now let's move on to USD based pairs. So first, USD-JPY. USD-JPY on the weekly is still bullish. There was a nice pushback over here, which was above the Kijun Sen. So it's nicely pushed back. So I think this is still bullish. Yeah, above Tenkan Sen now, so it's bullish. And if you look at the daily time frame, there was a neckline breakout on double bottom. Unlike Euro-JPY, USD-JPY daily time frame shows neckline breakout, so I think this is continuously bullish. However, in terms of Ichimoku, it's range. Daily Kumo flat, Kijun Sen is down, and Chikou span is too close, so the market may spike still. So we can't really trust this neckline breakout on this one, because it may reverse next Monday, Tuesday. So yeah, to be safer, I wait for the breakout. I wait for at least the breakout of this of the resistance on the daily, which is 137.64. I wait for this breakout and wait for the Kumo up. And Kijun Sen also turned up above Kumo, and Chikou span breakout and buy. So yeah, but my view is bullish. I have been saying that the USD-JPY will be bullish, fundamentally speaking, due to what's happening in the US and Japan. So I think the market will still go up, I think. But this is not the right timing to enter for me. according to Ichimoku and also my strategy. Okay, so let's move on to the USD CAD. USD CAD is flat on the weekly, flat on the daily. Because Kijun-sen flat, Kumo flat on both time frames. Well, Kijun-sen is down, but Tenkan-sen is up. So we can't trust this Kijun-sen down on this. Plus the market is above the Kijun-sen now. So this is not an ideal market to trade. It spikes. So yeah, better to stay away from this one. Okay, moving on to USD Swiss franc. This one is also in the weekly it's ranging, on the daily it's down. And as I mentioned previously, the market has been on this descending channel. So the market may go up to Kumo. If it breaks Kijun-sen in the daily, then it goes up to Kumo, I think. So that will be the TP. But if you don't have any positions, then I don't recommend you to buy here because it might be resisted by the Kijun-sen and the market may go down still. So, but if the market breaks Kijun-sen again, then possibly it goes up to the Kumo or the trend line. So I think that will be the chance to buy. But even you buy, that will be a short term and the market may spike. So for me, I don't trade on this one. Unless it goes down from here, I don't trade. Okay, so next one is the pound base pairs. So first, pound USD. Pound USD was strongly bearish for the last 2 days. Thursday, Friday, it went down so much. So if you are the trend follower, you may be able to capture some pips. I also took the trade on the pound USD last Thursday, and took some pips on this one. So, and weekly time frame shows it's still flat technically, but the Kumo is down, and Kijun-sen is flat, so it may range or reverse. So I wait for the breakout of the support, 1.1760, and get ready to sell. Which correspond below candles on the weekly, so that's nice. So I think the only thing I'm waiting for is a breakout of the daily or weekly support. So this one is downtrending. Most likely it breaks support, so I will mark this one also. And next one is the pound JPY. So pound JPY has been ranging on both the weekly and the daily time frames, so no chance for me. Again, Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat on the weekly, and Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat on the daily chart. So no direction in terms of Ichimoku, but if you look at the price action, candlesticks, this is called descending P wave. The lows are at the same level on the support, but the highs are getting lower. Hold on, let me cancel these lines. I guess I will just yeah, never mind. I guess I will just cancel. So the support levels, the same level, but highs are getting lower and lower. This is descending P wave. Sellers are dominant over buyers. So I expect the market to break support. So for me, this is bearish. And once the support level breakout happens, then that will be also the weekly Kijun-sen breakout. So the market may go down to Kumo. But for now, I don't recommend you to trade on this one. Just wait for the breakout and sell afterwards. Yeah, but most likely I think it goes down. It's my view on pound JPY. Okay, so moving on to pound CAD. This one is also bearish. Just like the pound USD, pound CAD is also bearish. And this is on the support, actually. On the support level of 1.5354. So I think the market breaks anytime soon. Now, Kumo is down on the weekly. Kumo Senko span B down, A down. And not only that, Kumo shape is looking really good. Kumo shape is getting thicker and thicker. So this shows it's a stable downtrend on the weekly. So I think the market goes down most likely Monday, Tuesday. And once it does, I follow downtrend. So I will also mark this one. Yeah, I think it goes bearish. Okay, so next one is the pound AUD. Pound AUD is also bearish on the weekly. It broke the support last week. I mean, 2 weeks back. It broke last week. It pulled back, but still, I think this is bearish because Kumo is down, Kijun Sen is down on the weekly. On the daily time frame, it kind of spikes, but the Kumo is looking down. Kijun Sen is flat, but the market is now below the Tenkan Sen and Chikou span below candles. So this is bearish. So I think the market goes down continuously. So I will mark this one also, pound AUD. So basically, pound has been so weak last week, and that's why we have many pound pairs downtrend. So the last pound pair is pound Swiss franc. This one is also bearish. It broke the trend line and also the support level nicely. And Kumo is down. It is bearish. It's going down. So, oh, was it stopped? Looks like there was some issue here. No sound, no video, really? Okay, strange. Let me just hold, right? Let me just hold until it fixes. Looks like connection is excellent, it says, and there's no issues here, I think. Let me check the stream health condition. Stream is healthy, it says. So looks like it's okay. Can you hear me? And can you see me right now, everyone? Okay now. All right, good now. It's back. Okay, looks like it's good now. All right. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, let me know if there are some issues in the future. Okay, looks like recently there are some issues on the YouTube side, I guess. I think the server issue, maybe. When I do the live streams, it freezes sometimes. So sorry about the issue, but let me redo the pound Swiss franc analysis again, because I think it stopped here. So again, pound Swiss franc is bearish. The pound Swiss franc is bearish on both the weekly and the daily time frames, because we have Kumo down, Kijun Sen down, Chikou span below candles on these 2 time frames. All right, so and then it broke the support level nicely 2 weeks back, and last week it broke again. So this is downtrend. So as I expected, the market broke the support and now it's going down. So I will keep this down arrow because it's continuously down, and I marked purple here too. And I will continuously monitor Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday to prepare for the selling edge. So yeah, among the pound pairs, yeah, except for pound JPY, the other pound pairs are trending down right now. So we may have some opportunities on pound pairs next week continuously. Okay, so let's move on to AUD pairs. So first, AUD USD. AUD USD on the weekly is flat, on the daily is flat. It spikes, so I don't take any trades. It didn't break support, but now it ranges. So yeah, no chance for me. Okay, so let's move on to the AUD-CAD. Sorry, AUD-CAD is now flat on the weekly and flat on the daily also. If you look at the daily chart, Kumo is up and Kijun Sen is up. So you may think that this is bullish, but the thing is that the market is within the Kumo still, and the price is closed below the Kijun Sen on the daily. So in this case, this is range in terms of Ichimoku. And again, weekly shows range. It may spike, so I will stay away. Okay, so next one is the AUD-JPY. AUD-JPY is continuously bullish on the weekly but range on the daily time frame. So what I'm waiting for is a breakout of the resistance on the daily time frame. Yeah, I wait for the resistance breakout, which is on 95.74, and afterwards I prepare to buy. And I think this still happens continuously because weekly is bullish. You know, the markets follow the higher time frame directions. So if weekly is bullish, then daily or the lower time frames might be bullish. So I will continuously wait for the breakout and buy. So AUD-JPY, I mark also because it's up on the weekly. Okay, and then next one is the AUD-Swiss franc. AUD-Swiss franc has been ranging on the weekly and the daily, and too many wicks. If you look at the weekly and daily both time frames, it's got too many wicks up and down, so no chance. This is very tricky market. Okay, moving on to the CAD-JPY, weekly is now flat. Kijun-sen flat, Kumo flat, so it's ranging now. And Dojin spikes also is observed on this one. And daily has been ranging too, so we can't really expect which way breaks. So that means whichever it breaks, we follow. So you can take this support level near 101.60, resistance level 107.62, and wait for the market to break either direction. Otherwise, we better stay away. Okay, next one is the CAD Swiss franc. It's ranging on the weekly, but down on the daily time frame. Okay, because daily time frame shows the Kumo Senko span A is down, Kijun Sen down. But weekly is now ranging. So if it keeps going down and breaks support, then what happens on the weekly is that the weekly breaks Kumo. And I think the market continuously goes down. So simply I'm waiting for the break of the support here, 0.7289, and prepare to sell. So since this one is also downtrending, I mark to look for the selling edge. Okay, so last one is the Swiss franc JPY. Swiss franc JPY is bullish on the weekly but flat on the daily. Up on the daily too, because first weekly time frame shows Kumo Senko span A is up and Tenkan Sen is up, and the market has been supported by the Tenkan Sen. So I think next week the market breaks resistance. And the resistance level is 143.73. I think it breaks. So, and also in terms of the daily time frame, let me just delete these lines. As for the daily time frame, this is still ranging. It kind of spiking still. So yeah, simply wait for the breakout to happen. 143.78 or 73, around that level. Wait for the breakout and then prepare to buy. Yeah, so I will wait for the breakout on this one. Okay, which may happen because weekly is up again. Okay, so now let's see. Let me now check the gold, XAU-USD. So yeah, on Sundays I have so many pairs in so many markets to cover, so let me come back to your comments after I'm done with this analysis. Hopefully it's been helpful on your analysis too. Yeah, because every weekend on Sundays, I cover all these markets on my watch list and project what may happen this week. So XAU-USD, last week was bearish. It has been bearish, and now it went back to Kijun-sen on the daily. So yeah, as expected, it went down to Kijun-sen. So from here, what may happen is let's say the market may bounce on the daily Kijun-sen. Right, so there will be two scenarios here. One is if the market will be supported by the Kijun-sen, which is 1744.19 or 20, then the market goes up. And if it bounces and goes up, then that means the market may reach to the weekly Kijun-sen. Weekly Kijun-sen is 1876.05. It is possible to happen. However, if the market closes below the Kijun-sen, then the market may go down to the support, daily or weekly support, which is 1680.53. So there will be two scenarios, and at this moment, we can't really tell which way it happens. Looks like it's been bearish last week, so I think it breaks in this case, because technically there is no supports on the daily time frame. So most likely I think the market continuously goes down and breaks Kijun-sen, and if it does, I think the market goes down to 1680.53. But again, if it goes up, then it goes up to, I think, the weekly Kijun-sen. So whichever it goes, I think we can follow. But my recommendation is to wait to trade until Tuesday. So on Monday, tomorrow, let's see which way close. Bouncing right now, let's wait until which way close, and whichever it closes, whichever it bounces, just follow that direction. That's XAUUSD. Yeah. Okay. So that's here. So then let me also check the WTI. So WTI, it has been downtrending so far. It has been continuously resisted by the trend line. As I mentioned, for a couple of weeks, it has been resisted, so it's going down. And I think that this downtrend is still continuous. So I will just keep this down arrow, and it's bearish. So most likely this week, it breaks the support and continuously be bearish. So Kumo is flat, Kijun-sen flat now, but the point is that the price is below the Tenkan-sen and Chikou span below candles. This confirms that also the market is bearish from Ichimoku. So I think the market breaks support and continuously goes down. And if it does, weekly Kumo breakout happens. Weekly Kumo breakout and Chikou span breakout happens. So this downtrend will be further continuous, I think. In August or September, the market may continuously be downtrending. So that's WTI. My view is bearish on this one. So now let me move on to indices and also Bitcoin. So yeah, first let me cover Nikkei. On these cryptos, I only check the weekly. On the index, I only check the weekly because daily has so many gaps. The weekly, we have to follow the weekly or monthly trends. As for the weekly on Nikkei 225, this is bullish still. It was again ascending P wave. Like I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, ascending P wave has been broken bullish. So since it broke, it may retrace and then bounce and goes up. I think this is the possible scenario. So, so that means next week might be bearish or range. In bounce on the previous resistances, 28341.23, and then it goes up. In terms of Ichimoku, it's still flat. Kumo is flat, continuously flat. Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen are bullish, but because these are below Kumo, these are not so much trustable as they are above Kumo. So that's why I think the market may range or reverse still. I don't think this breakout will continue in the long term. The next one is Dow Jones. Dow Jones shows the market broke the Kijun Sen and now it's gone up, but it was exactly resisted by this single span B, and there was a doji. So it's reversing back now, and because we had the doji last week, it may range this week. So in price action, we have to wait for the doji break. To safer, you have to wait for the doji break, which is 34,296 breakout, and prepare to buy afterwards. That will be my analysis here. Okay, and next one is the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is also bullish for me because it broke the Kijun Sen. So it may go up to Kumo. Last week was bearish and it went down to Kijun Sen now. So it may bounce and goes up this way continuously. Kijun Sen was 13150.5 on Nasdaq. But if next week close becomes below Kijun Sen, then it may range or go down. So yeah, so far it's still bullish. Okay, next one is the US 500 S&P. So this one is similar to Nasdaq. Above Kijun Sen, still above the Kijun Sen, it broke the resistance of 4202.3, and it may go up to Kumo still. It was also resisted by the Kumo, but I think my view is bullish. But this bullishness might be not really so stable, I think. It may range and then finally bullish. Alright, moving on to Euro stocks. Euro stock is now ranging. So I delete up arrow because now Kumo Senko span A is down. Kijun Sen I think is pointing down. Let me check the Kijun Sen angle. I cancel the candlesticks, and yes, Kijun Sen is pointing down. And also the price closed below Kijun Sen. So it may turn bearish on this one. Or range. So because the market reached back to Kijun Sen, as Ichimoku nature, this is now range. So the market needs to take some time to consolidate for the next move now. Same is true on US indices. Dow Jones is also still below Kumo, and Nasdaq is below Kumo still, and S&P also was below Kumo, resisted by the Kumo also. So in the long term, I think still bullish, but in the short term, like this week or next week, I think that will be range in terms of Ichimoku. So yeah, if you wanna buy, then better to wait for the Kumo break on the weekly now. Better to wait for the Kumo break, or if we start to see some inside bar like this, and wait for the inside bar breakout. So this is, in the short term, I think this is not uptrend anymore. And same is true on Euro stocks. And FTSE 100 is continuously bullish. It was doji candlestick last week, but my view is still bullish. So I think it goes up to 7664.80. And CAC France is still resisted by the resistance level 6594.35. So CAC France, we have to wait for the break of the resistance and also Kumo, and then target to 6835.32, the previous resistance level. And the DAX index is still bearish because it's below Kijun Sen. So I will delete up arrow. And Kumo Senko span A is down. Kijun Sen is also down. So it's bearish. It might be resisted and continuously be bearish. So if you want to buy on this DAX index, we have to wait for the close above the Kijun Sen and then target to Kumo or Senko span B. If it breaks, then it goes up to 14,717.4, the previous resistance level, the blue line. And next one is the Nifty chart. So Nifty is continuously bullish. Last week was bearish doji, but I think this is still bullish because it broke the resistance. So yeah, this uptrend can be continuous. Okay, but let me draw the trend line because it may be resisted by this trend line. Yeah, so if you draw the trend line, then yeah, the scenario might be different. So in this case, we have to wait for the trend line breakout. There was a trend line breakout, but because of this doji, it may reverse. Just like we saw earlier here, this was a doji reverse. So to be safer, next week, I don't recommend you to trade until the market breaks a doji resistance. And so doji resistance is now here. Let me use this level, this line. Better to wait for the doji breakout, which is 17,987.90. But if doji breakout happens bearish, then I think it goes down to Kijun-sen or Kumo. So yeah, we have to wait for the close this week, because it may reverse from here. No more uptrend in this one. Alright, moving on to Australia 200. This one is also doji last week, but still it's bullish, above Kijun-sen still. So I think it goes up to Kumo still. So we can continuously monitor and target to Kumo or the resistance 7299.0. I just keep up arrow. Yes. And finally, Hansen Index. Hansen has been bearish. As I mentioned last week, Kumo is down, Kijun-sen is pointing down, and Chikou span below candles. So this downtrend can be continuous. Okay, so now let me move on to Bitcoin, BTC USD. I know there are lots of crypto traders in my community, so finally, let me cover the Bitcoin. So first, about the weekly time frame. Weekly still shows bearish because Kumo is bearish. Kijun-sen flat, but the price is now below Tenkan-sen. And Chikou span still below candles. So it may break bearish continuously. And what we see here now is the outside bar. This is outside bar right here. So we have to wait for the outside breakout towards either direction. So outside is between 20759.64 and also 25230.48. We have to wait for the break towards either direction is the weekly analysis. And with that in mind, oh, by the way, if it breaks up bullish, then I think it goes up to the resistance or the Kijun-sen on the weekly, which is around 33,000. But now it's going down, right? So that's a weekly mindset. With this in mind, if you also check the daily time frame, this is 2 days back was bearish, but it was supported by the doji, which was 20759.46. So still it's bouncing supported, but it doesn't mean that the market goes up from here. Because daily also shows its range. We can't really say which way it's going right now. Weekly is bearish, daily is range. So still I think the market may break support. So if it breaks support, then you prepare to sell. If it breaks resistance, that will be a buy. Within the range like this, it spikes. I think. Especially if the market goes into Kumo again, the market will be spiky like this, and you may get stopped out. Or suddenly the market may drop, and you may get stopped out, and you may have some loss. So I think for now, we have to monitor. If you don't want to wait until the market breaks resistance here, then at least my recommendation is to wait for this inside bar break. This big bearish candlestick is including 2 future candles now, and this will be inside. As it goes up continuously like this, it will continuously be inside, and wait for this inside bar breakout. And also Kumo breakout, which is 23202.41. And once this inside will be broken bullish, then I think the market goes up to resistance. So yeah, I think that will be the only buy point in this market. Yeah, we had two bullish bars, but we can't trust this bounce still, because this is engulfing inside bar. It may break and continuously down. Yeah, so that's my analysis. So if this for Forex, because I only trade Forex, I don't trade cryptos, so I'm not really sure what's happening behind the cryptos. But if this for the Forex pair, then I wait for the breakout of the resistance or the support. Until either scenario happens, I simply stay away. So that covered the BTC USD. Okay, so now let me remind everyone about the news for this week. Okay, so let me change the calendar to this week. Okay, click apply. Okay, so Monday we don't have any big news. Tuesday we have news in Germany and Euro and UK. And Wednesday 24th we have news on the US. Also, technically on Thursday morning, New Zealand has retail sales report that might impact the market. Also, there will be GDP annualized in the US, and Jackson Hole Symposium will be in the US. This might also impact depending on the topics they discuss. And Friday 26th, there will be also Fed's Chair Powell speech, another Jackson Hole Symposium. So depending on what they discuss and what the outcome is going to be, this may impact the market. And yeah, technically Saturday on the 27th, there will be also symposium, but we can't do anything about it. So I think we just focus on the news during the weekday. So yeah, looks like we have a couple of news this week also. So make sure before the news, we don't trade, right? 30 minutes before the news, I recommend you stay away if you have no positions, and then come back afterwards, is my recommendation. Okay, so that covered the whole topics for today. So yeah, again, thank you for joining everyone. Good to see you. So let me now check some comments until the end of live today. So now my face is too bright, so let me adjust the light. Okay, now this is much better. Okay, so let's see. Thank you for joining. I see many comments. Most likely I can't cover all the comments, but let me try to look at them as much as possible. Okay, let's see. Yeah, but looks like the markets are becoming active in Forex. Especially pound pairs are going down. So hopefully we see some nice trends this week. Okay, let's see. I see one question from Homan. He says, DRK, you said that USDJPY may be spiky, but if you find all the confirmations on a 4-hour and 1 hour and 30 and 5, still don't trade. So let me answer to that question first. I think this is an important question to everyone who use my strategy. So again, USDJPY. So here is the USDJPY. Again, in the daily time frame, it's flat because Kumo flat Kijun Sen is down and Kijun Sen in the Kumo now. So we can't really trust this down Kijun Sen. It won't go down, I think. But rather, this is bullish because it broke the Kumo. And also, in price action, this is double bottom and neckline breakout happen. So in terms of the price action, also the Kumo breakout reasons, this is now bullish. A weekly time frame shows still bullish because the price is above the Tenkan Sen and Chikou span above candles. So it may break resistance is my first impression. But again, this is spiky, right? If you look at the daily time frame, it's spiky. Like the market has been up and down, ups and downs so far. And so although it broke the neckline and broke the Kumo, it may reverse tomorrow or sometime this week. So that's the first impression. But let's say if this is the only pair that is trending based on the 4-hour and H1M30, and if you get the entry confirmation on the 5-minute, then I take it. I still take it. And simply if the market goes backwards, I will exit with the right timing, with a small loss. But again, that will be the only case if this one is the only pair that is trending up. Most likely, I think if this one will be up, I think the other USD pairs might be up, or the other JPY pair, maybe AUD JPY, might be bullish also, and it might breaking the resistance. So practically speaking, I might see some other trending pairs at the same time. In that case, I think I don't trade this one because this is a bit spiky. So, you know, sometimes when you screen charts like multiple pairs at the same time, just like I do, you may see some multiple pairs trending at the same time, and you may wonder which one to pick. Because everything is, let's say, breaking the resistances and goes up. So, but you have to pick one to trade. That's what I do. I don't trade all these pairs that are trending up. I never do because I will be risking more than 2% on the whole account. So I don't do that. But instead, I pick one. I choose one to trade. And which one to choose is based on the spikiness on the lower time frames and also the shape of the Kumo. If you look at the shape of the Kumo, and if the Kumo is too small on a trending time frame, let's say if you look at the 4-hour chart. So in this case, USDJPY 4-hour chart, Kumo is looking okay. This is not too thin, this is not too small. This is not like the newborn Kumo, but this is stably up Kumo. So if you follow the 4-hour time frame, there was also a nice bounce on the Tenkan Sen. We have doji candles for the last 2 candles, but once a doji breakout happens here and goes up, then that will make the Kumo and Kijun Sen turn bullish. And you can take this one and look for the buying edge in the 5-minute. That's fine. That's possible. But if you have longer and thicker Kumo on other pairs, then you better pick the other pair. But if a USDJPY Kumo is the best, looks bigger and thicker among all the other trending pairs, then you pick this one to follow and trade. So that's what I mean by, waiting for, picking which one to trade. I mean, so again, we can't take all the market to trade. We have to pick one eventually. Because let's say when USDJPY goes up, then most likely, I mean, for sure, that will be either strong USD or weak JPY that pushes up the USDJPY pair, right? As a pair. So let's say if the breakout is caused by the strong USD, that means the other pairs, the other USD pairs, USD base pairs might be trending up at the same time. So yeah, you may wonder which one to pick, but the best option to choose which one to pick is by looking at the spikiness on the lower time frames and also the Kumo shape in higher time frame. That is my recommendation. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So let me pick few other comments, then finish the live today. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's see. Love it. Just watch for the retracement and take the return to trend. Adding pound to watch list. Yeah, you can add pound pairs because they are trending down nicely, and they are about to break the supports. So I will also continuously monitor this one too. Okay, I covered Bitcoin, so hopefully you got that analysis. Okay, let's see. How do you manage your order when there are few minutes of news release but your position is losing? Then I close position and come back afterwards. Yeah, I will never keep the positions in losing before the news or during the news. I will cut the loss, come back afterwards. Okay, let me see. Okay, I had a good entry on XAU from H4 breakout about 1780. Should I hold it to daily support on 1680? Let me see. So in terms of gold, we have to wait until it breaks towards either direction of this Kijun Sen. So yeah, okay. So entry 1780, right? So it's about up here. But up here, you took the sell. So now it actually touched the Kijun Sen. It's about to touch Kijun Sen. So if it bounces by the Kijun Sen and goes up, you better take profit. But if it breaks down, it breaks Kijun Sen, most likely it goes down continuously. So you can follow. You can follow downtrend down to, yeah, 1680 or 1681 or so. That will be the target. So always two scenarios in mind. If it goes up, then what would you do? If it goes down still towards your direction continuously, then what would you do? Always keep in mind these two scenarios when you take trades. Yeah, okay. So yeah, since it's been above 1 hour now, and I have to go because I have another meeting, so I have to finish the live. Let me shut down these lights. These are too bright. Okay, now it looks better. Okay. So again, thank you for watching and joining on my live stream today. I'm sorry I couldn't cover all these other comments, but I do appreciate your comments and participations as always. And I wish you continuously learn based on my analysis and also the way I look at the charts, the way I decide what to do, what not to do in the charts. And yeah, hopefully to see you again soon. And after I finish this live stream, I will come back to this live stream again and enjoy the rest of the comments. So yeah, again, I do appreciate all your support. Otherwise, I won't be able to do this every day, almost every day on my YouTube channel. So I wish you have a great weekend and great success on your trading journey. So until I see you next time, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. Alright, bye for now everyone. またね. Thanks so much.